Good morning, children. How are you? Now come on. Today we will take a new chapter of SST. Lesson number 3, the Northern Plains. In previous lesson, we have learned the Northern Mountains. Now we will take a Northern Plains. As we go south from the Himalayas, we come to the vast northern plains of India. As we go to south, Himalayas, we come to vast northern plains of India. If the northern mountains are the crown of India, the northern plains are the face of India. The northern mountains are the crown of India. The northern plains are the face of India. Now we will learn about location. The northern plain maps I have given in your books. You can study very well. Look here. Now location. The northern plains lie between the Himalayas and the southern plateau. Where is it lie between the Himalayas and southern plateau? The flat and level northern plains stretch from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. It is stretched from Punjab to the west and Assam in the east. They cover almost the whole of Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and some parts of Bihar and Assam. It is cover almost the whole Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and the parts of Bihar and Assam also. The northern plains are very fertile plains. It is a very fertile plain, rich in alluvial soil in most parts. There is alluvial soil in the most parts. The important cities in the northern plains are, as are written on the board, you can see the important city: Amritsar, Delhi, Agra, Kanpur, Lucknow, Allahabad, Patna, Kolkata and Guwahati. This is the important city which is there in the northern plains. Now we will study about Himalaya rivers. The most precious gift of the Himalaya mountain is the many rivers that originate from the range. The most precious gift is from Himalaya mountain is many rivers that originate from the range. The Indus, the Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra are the important rivers that start from the Himalaya. These are the very important rivers which flow from the Himalaya rivers. The Indus, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra are the important rivers which is started from Himalayas. These rivers flow through the northern plains. From where this river flows? From the northern plains. The Himalaya rivers remain full of water throughout the year. Throughout the year there is a full of water in the Himalaya rivers. Can you tell the reason? Why? Why the Himalaya rivers remain water throughout the year? The simple reason is that the snow on the Himalaya mountains melts in summer and forms water. As in previous lesson we have learned, in the northern mountains, as the water flows from the Himalaya mountains and melt in rivers, melts in summer and forms water. As these rivers flow from the mountains, they carry with them broken rocks, sand and slip. When this river flow from the mountains, obviously they carry some broken rocks, sand and slate. The fine slate which is deposited by the river is called alluvium. The slate which is flow from the water is called alluvium. Alluvium or alluvial soil is good for crops, and this is good for crops for growing food grains. The northern plains have three important rivers. There are three important rivers: Satluj, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These are the three important rivers. They divided the plains into three river basins. It is divided into three river basins. A river basin is an area watered by a river and its tributaries. The three rivers basins in India are Satluj River Basin, Ganga River Basin, and Brahmaputra River Basin. It is divided into these three rivers. Now we will learn about the Satluj River Basin. Now we will learn about Satluj River Basin. This basin covers the watermost part of the northern plains. The watermost part of the northern plain is covered, where the states of Punjab and Haryana are located. These two states are located in Satluj, Punjab and Haryana. The Satluj River and its tributary and the beach flow across this area and then join the river Indus, which flow through Pakistan. It is joined with the rivers flow from the Pakistan. The Satluj River Basin is very fertile and the main crops grown here. It is very useful for fertile and the main crops is grown here. These are they: wheat, rice, cotton, sugarcane and millets. This main crops is grown here. It is the wheat ball of India. It is the wheat ball of India. Though rainfall is not very heavy, agriculture is carried out with the help of irrigation through canals from this river. Though not heavy rainfall is there, so the agriculture is carried out with the help of irrigation through canals and from the river. The Bhakra Nangal Dam is built on the river Satluj. It is the very famous dam is here. You can see in your books. This one. The Bhakra Nangal Dam. It is also built here in Satluj. The reservoir behind the dam forms a lake called the Govind Sagar Lake. Behind the dam forms a lake. It is called the Govind Sagar Lake. The canals are supplied with water from this lake. All the canals from this supplied waters from this lake. Electricity is also generated from the water in this dam, and electricity is also formed from this dam, and this supplied to the states of Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and Rajasthan. It is supplied from here, from where? Behind the dam form a lake called Govind Sagar Lake. The canal are supplied with water from this lake, and electricity is also generated from this lake, water in this dam. It is supplied to the states of Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and Rajasthan. So this is the description of Satluj River Basin. Now about Ganga River Basin. Ganga River Basin. The Ganga is the most important river in the northern plain. It is very important rivers in northern plains. The Ganga originates from the Gangotri glaciers high up in the Himadri range. The Ganga originates from Gangotri glaciers in a high up range in the Himadri range. It flows out through a cave called Gaumukh. It flows out throughout the cave. Some cave is there and it is called Gaumukh. or the cow's mouth, as it looks like the mouth of cow. So it is called a Gaumukh. You can look here in your workbook. This is Gaumukh. This one. Gaumukh. It flows throughout the cave. It is called Gaumukh. It is like a cow mouth. So it is look like a cow. So it is called a Kaumukh. The Ganga is a perennial river, which means that it has a flow of water throughout the year. The Ganga is perennial river, which means that is flow throughout the year. Throughout the year it flows and it has a river. The Ganga basin is the largest as the river has a number of tributaries. It is the largest river in the number of tributaries. Yamuna, originating from Yamunotri, is the Ganga's largest tributary. Yamuna originating a Yamunotri, and it is Ganga's largest tributary. The two rivers Ganga and Yamuna join at Allahabad at the Sangam. These both rivers join at Allahabad at the Sangam. The tributaries of the Ganga from the north are Gomti, Ghantak, Ghagra and Kosi. The tributaries of the Ganga from the north are Gomti, Ghantak, Ghagra, Gomti, Ghatak, Ghangara and Kosi. The tributaries of the Ganga and Yamuna on the southern side of the Great Plains are Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Sor. The entire Ganga basin is very fertile and is therefore densely polluted. The crops grown here are rice, wheat, jute and sugar cane. The entire Ganga basin is very fertile and is therefore densely polluted. The crops grown here, which crop is grown here? Rice, wheat, jute and sugar cane. This area gets heavy rainfall during the monsoon. On this area very heavy rainfall is there. For the dry month the farmers have dug wells and the government has built many canals. The farmers, when it is dry, the farmers do their works for fertile ducts, wells, and the government has built many canals for the fertilization, for agriculture. This region is called a football of India. This region is called the football of India. On the banks of the river Ganga and its tributaries, many old and famous cities are located here. Due to Ganga and its tributaries, many famous cities are located here. Rishikesh, Haridwar, Delhi, Agra, Kanpur, Allahabad, Varanasi and Patna are some of them. Some famous city: Rishikesh, Haridwar, Delhi, Agra, Kanpur, Allahabad, Varanasi and Patna are some of them. Varanasi is an important pilgrimage center for the Hindus. Varanasi is the very important, it is very religious place for Hindus. It is also one of the oldest city of India. It is very oldest city of India. Which one is Varanasi? As the Ganga crosses Bihar and West Bengal, the speed of river slows down and it starts splitting into smaller channels called distributaries. While crossing Bihar and West Bengal, the rivers flow very slowly and start splitting to smaller channels called distributaries. Means they distribute in small places. One of this canal is the river Hagli, on which the city of Kolkata is located. The branch of the Ganga in Bangladesh is known as Padma. The branch of Ganga in Bangladesh is known as Padma. The Ganga continues its flow into Bangladesh, where it joins the river Brahmaputra to form the world's largest delta. The Ganga continues flows into Bangladesh, where it joins the river Brahmaputra form the world's largest delta. Finally, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra flow into the Bay of Bengal. Ganga and Brahmaputra, they flow into the Bay of Bengal. The area around the delta is marshy and swampy. It is known as the Sundarbans. It is known as the Sundarbans and is the home of the famous Bengal tiger. As we know, very famous Bengal tigers. It is known as Sundarbans and it is the home of the famous Bengal tigers. Now, the river Brahmaputra to form the world's largest delta. Delta means the area where the river divided itself into many streams and forms small island is called a delta. Now, we will read about the Brahmaputra river basin. The Brahmaputra river has its source in Tibet, where it is called the Changpo. Tibet is called Changpo. It flows eastwards and turns southwards into Arunachal Pradesh and enters Assam, cutting deep valley in the Purvanchal zone. Now, it flows from eastward to southwards into the Arunachal Pradesh and enters from Assam, cutting very deep valley in the Purvanchal zone. After flowing through the plains of Assam, it turns southwest and enters Bangladesh. After flowing from Assam, it turns to southwest and enters in Bangladesh, where it joins the Ganga, forming the world's largest delta before flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Where it is flow now? After flowing from Assam, it turns to southwest and enters in Bangladesh, where it is joined the Ganga. It has joined with Ganga, forming the world's largest delta. Delta, that I has told you, the area where the river divides in many streams and forms small island is called delta. Before flowing into the Bay of Bengal. The Brahmaputra is a river which is prone to floods as it flows through a region that receives very heavy rainfall. The Brahmaputra river which is prone to floods as it flows through a region that it receives a very heavy rainfall. Rice, jute and tea are the main crops grown here in Brahmaputra. Rice, jute and tea are the main crops grown here. Now the next one, pollution of river water. The rivers of India have becoming highly polluted as a great number of industries, cities lie along their banks. As we know, the India has a very large number of industries, cities with along their banks. So that's why it is polluted. Throw of all kinds of waste into the water has polluted the river. All waste we throw into the water, so it is polluted. The government has taken up the major task of cleaning the Ganga river under the Ganga Action Plan. So the Ganga river has been polluted, so the government has taken the major decision to clean the Ganga river. Now, life in the northern plains. The northern plains of India are very rich agriculture areas. They have fertile soil, adequate water and suitable climate to grow variety of crops. Northern plains of India is a very rich agriculture area and have fertile soil. and it is suitable climate to grow variety of crops. Means you can grow in very varieties of crops here. The climate of this plain is hot in summer and cold in winter. The climate is in hot in summer and cold in winter. They receive rain mainly during the month of July, August and September. Very scanty rainfall during the month of July, August and September. Only 3 months. The northern plains are very thickly polluted. They have many industries and big cities. They have many industries and very big city, and it is polluted. Now we will learn some points about Punjab. Punjab lies in the Satluj river basin. It is lying in Satluj. The land here is fed by the Satluj, Ravi and Beas rivers and is very fertile. It is very fertile. Chandigarh is the capital of both Punjab and Haryana. Both Punjab and Haryana capital is Chandigarh. It is a well-planned city. Amritsar is another famous city. In Punjab, Amritsar is very famous city, and the famous Golden Temple is situated there. A whole Golden Temple is situated in Punjab. Industries such as textile, sports, goods, hosiery and motor parts are well developed here. Some industries are there as a textile, sports goods, hosiery and motor parts are developed there in Punjab. The women of Punjab usually wear salwar kameez and a dupatta. Lungi with kurta are the traditional clothes of men of Punjab. The women of Punjab, they wear salwar kameez and a dupatta. Lungi with kurta is also their traditional clothes for men of Punjab. The people speak Punjabi and Hindi. They speak Punjabi as well as Hindi also. Guru Parv, Baisakhi, Holi and Diwali are the main festivals celebrated in Punjab. Bhangra and Gidda are the popular folk dance of Punjab. This is the folk dance of Punjab. Main festival celebrated is Guru Parv, Baisakhi, Holi and Diwali. Now Haryana. Haryana is also situated in the Satluj river basin, and the land here is also very fertile. Gorgaon has the largest car manufacturing plant in the city. In Gorgaon there is a very largest manufacturing plant of car in the country. It also has a large number of call centers or BPOs that works through the night. The call center or BPOs that works through the night. The women of Haryana traditionally wear ghagra kurta while the men wear dhoti kurta. People speak Hindi and Haryanvi, a dialect of Hindi. So the women of Haryana traditionally wear the ghagra and kurta, and men wear the dhoti kurta, and they speak Hindi also, as they know the Haryanvi. Now Delhi. Delhi is the capital of India, as we all know. Delhi is the capital of India. It includes two cities, New Delhi and Old Delhi. The offices of the President and Prime Minister of India and all central government offices are located in New Delhi. As we know, the offices of President and Prime Minister is situated in Delhi, and all others government offices also in New Delhi. People from all states of India live in Delhi. From all states of India. All states of India people live in Delhi. All the major festivals of India are celebrated here. All the major, obviously, if all the peoples of country is is here. So the all festival is celebrated here. The main language spoken here are Hindi, English and Punjabi. The three languages is spoken here: Hindi, English and Punjabi. There are many monuments of historical and religious importance in Delhi. Now, some monuments of historical and religious in Delhi, such as the Qutub Minar, Red Fort, Jama Masjid, India Gate, Jantar Mantar, Bhai or Lotus Temple, and the Akshardham Temple, etc. These are situated in Delhi. Now, Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, its capital is Lucknow. Uttar Pradesh is a large and thickly polluted state. It is very large, very big, but it is polluted state. Its capital is Lucknow. The land in Uttar Pradesh is very fertile, as the state is situated in the Ganga river basin. In Uttar Pradesh, the life is very fertile, as it is situated in Ganga river basin. Leather, metal and cotton are some of well-developed industries of this state. Very well industries like leather, metal and cotton are some industries, some very important industries are situated in this state. The traditional dress is sari blouse for women and kurta pajama dhoti for men. The main language are Hindi and Urdu. They speak both Hindi and Urdu. Diwali, Holi, Dussehra, Eid and Christmas are the main festivals, as there live most the people of everywhere. So Diwali, Holi, Dussehra, Eid and Christmas are the main festival. Allahabad, Varanasi, Agra and Kanpur are some other important cities. Is also situated there. Allahabad, Varanasi, Agra and Kanpur are the some important cities. The rivers Ganga and the Yamuna meet at the Sangam. The Ganga and Yamuna also meet there at the Sangam in Allahabad. It is considered to be a holy place by the Hindus, and it is considered as a holy place for Hindus because of the Ganga and Yamuna is meet with Sangam in Allahabad. So it is the holy place for Hindus. Now Bihar. Bihar is towards the east of Uttar Pradesh. It is towards the east of Uttar Pradesh. It is also situated in the Ganga river basin. Rice is the main crop in Bihar. Rice is the main crop. Like Uttar Pradesh is a thickly polluted state. Uttar Pradesh is a thickly polluted state. Its capital is Patna. Bihar's capital is Patna. It is the capital of Patna. Bihar is the capital of Patna. Bihar has good minerals deposit mainly of coal and iron ore. Mainly there is coal and iron ore. The main industries here are steel plants, fertilizers and oil refinery. The main industries, steel plants, where the steel rods are to be get ready, fertilizers and oil refinery. Hindi is the main language of the state. They speak Hindi, the main language. Eid, Diwali and Dussehra are the main festivals celebrated here. Same here, Eid, Diwali and Dussehra are the main festival. Chhath is an important traditional festival. The important festival is their Chhath. Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are cities of historical importance in Bihar. These two cities has a important historicals in Bihar. Nalanda has the ruins of one of the oldest Buddhist educational institution. Nalanda is the most oldest Buddhist Educational Institute, where the Buddhist people take education. So it is a Buddhist educational institution. Gautam Buddha attained Nirvana in Bodh Gaya. They attained Nirvana in Bodh Gaya. As you can see in your book, picture is given here. Bodh Gaya, like this one. Now about Jharkhand. The capital of this new state is Ranchi. The capital of new state is Ranchi. Jharkhand is very rich in minerals deposits such as coal, iron, copper and aluminium ores. It is very rich minerals deposit in coal, iron, copper and aluminium ores. One of India's largest steel plants is located at Bokaro in Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, there is a very largest steel plant located at Bokaro, and it is a very rich in minerals, coals, iron, coppers and aluminium ores. And the capital of this new state is Ranchi. Now the next one is West Bengal. Further east of Bihar is West Bengal. Kolkata is the capital of the state. Kolkata is the capital of the state. Since West Bengal has a coastline, fishing is an important occupation of the people. Obviously, when it is coastline, so the fishing is an important occupation of the people. Mostly people do the fishing. Jute, textile and silk industries in the states are well developed. Jute and silk industries are there in West Bengal. Bengali women wear saris, men wears dhoti kurta. The people speak Bangla. The women wear saris, men wear dhoti and kurta and they speak Bangla. Sweets of West Bengal such as Rasgulla and Sandesh are popular all over India. Rasgulla. Have you eaten Rasgulla? So it is from West Bengal and it is very famous all over the India. Durga Puja is the most important festival. The Durga Puja is a very important festival for Bengal's people. The next point is Assam. Dispur is the capital of Assam. It is situated near Guwahati. Assam is situated near Guwahati, the biggest city of the state. The people speak Assamese. Their main festival is Bihu. Assamese main festival is Bihu. The Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary of Assam, where you can see the one-horned rhino, is very famous, as you can see in your book. Here, one-horned rhino is very famous in Assam. After the Brahmaputra enters Assam from Arunachal Pradesh, it flows through a wide, flat valley in Assam. The state has huge deposit of petroleum. When Brahmaputra enters in Assam from Arunachal Pradesh, it is entered from Arunachal Pradesh. It flows through a wide, flat valley in Assam. It flows like a flat valley in Assam. The state and the huge state deposit of petroleum is also here. Okay, now we have finished the lesson. Thank you.